Coming up on this week's edition of the Met Report, we take a first look at the games played at the new soccer field at the Regency Athletic Complex.
We'll bring you up to date on the earthquake that struck Northwest California last Sunday.
And MSU Denver has a new architecture minor that anyone is able to claim. All this and more coming up on this week's edition of the Met Report.
Welcome to the first fall edition of the Met Report. I'm Erica Lloyd.
And I'm Michael Ronnebaum. Did you know you can earn free prizes for attending Roadrunner events? MSU Denver Roadrunner Rewards program is a way students can accumulate points on a card that can be redeemed for MSU Denver prizes. It's an easy sign-up process, and you earn the points by checking in at Roadrunner Rewards locations. Each event is worth something different. You can find the Roadrunner Rewards schedule online at msudenver.edu/Roadrunner Rewards.
The fall schedule for fitness classes at the PE Event Center is now available. Group fit classes such as indoor cycling, strength training, and Zumba are free for students. Yoga, Pilates, and belly dancing are also classes offered. But if belly dancing isn't your thing, you can come by the PE Center for drop-in basketball and soccer games. The new schedule for the fitness classes can be found at the Rec Center.
Well, students, the Auraria campus may have lost Chief of Police John Mackey, but a new chief is ready to take his place. Yanni Gabru interviews the new head of police here at Auraria.
On the 11th of this month, Michael J. Phibbs is appointed as Chief of Police to the Auraria Campus Police Department, having been appointed through a nationwide research held from the Community College of Denver, Metropolitan State University of Denver, and the University of Colorado at Denver. His extensive and diverse background in law enforcement leaves him to be a stellar addition to the Auraria campus. With a background in strategic planning, investigations, budgeting, record management, and more, he is well suited for the job. I got the chance to interview with the Chief of Police himself to get some feedback on how he felt with his new position and role.
I really want to keep the police department really involved in the campus and with the other departments of campus. So if we can do planning together, if we can grow together, if we can anticipate each other's needs, the officers should be more receptive. So we have a lot of community policing concepts being orchestrated here at the police department, but I want to strengthen that. So I really want the officers involved with the campus and the students and the faculty, and not just be providing basic law enforcement services, but a lot of other services we can provide in terms of proactive law enforcement as well, and other support that the police department could bring. So I was down here in the early 70s when the campus started, helping my dad in that building when he was doing remodeling and restoration there. So I saw the campus literally being built. At the time, the Tivoli was still surrounded with fences, and it hadn't been used for years. And so the campus kind of started that way, and I got to see the start of it. And I got a graduate degree from here, my wife.
For the Met Report, I'm Yanni Gabru.
Would you like an easier FAFSA process? It might happen. Colorado Senator Michael Bennet and Tennessee Senator Lamar Alexander are sponsoring a bill that wants to condense the FAFSA form into a postcard-sized document. The FAFSA form is currently 10 pages long and includes 108 questions to students and their families. It is such a grueling process that only 50% of students complete filling it all out, when in reality, 80% of students qualify. The bill aims to ask students the two essential questions the government needs. What is your family size? And what was your household income 2 years ago? Senator Bennet said this change is long overdue. He hopes the bill gets it done sometime this coming year.
MSU Denver now offers a brand new minor. The Civil Engineering Technology, or CET program, now has a minor in architecture. This minor is offered in partnership with the University of Pécs in Pécs, Hungary. Upon completion of this minor and a CET major, students are guaranteed acceptance to the university's Master of Architecture program, and they are given a chance to study abroad. This new minor gives the students a unique opportunity and a great experience to add to their resumes. Anyone can now declare architecture as a minor.
Are you planning on graduating this fall? The deadline to apply is Friday, September 5th at 5 p.m. All applications received after the deadline will not be accepted. To obtain the application, you can visit the office of the registrar in the Student Success Building in Suite 160. If you have any questions, call 303-556-3985. Well, Michael, are you planning on graduating anytime soon?
I am, this spring.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm extremely excited.
Wonderful.
Very, very excited. Speaking of excitement, I heard that we have beautiful weather coming up this weekend.
I really hope so.
I heard this weekend's supposed to be sunny and next week's supposed to be sunny as well.
That'd be perfect for Labor Day.
Wonderful. Well, here's Josh Cozart giving us the latest.
Yeah, guys, as a matter of fact, already we're seeing perfect conditions outside. We currently sit at 79 degrees here at the Auraria campus, and our expected high is going to be 82 degrees, and we're going to see plenty of sunshine right now and throughout the rest of the day. We have winds out of the north-northeast at about 8 miles per hour. That's what's keeping our temperature just a little bit cooler than average for this time of year, but we'll quickly warm up today. Speaking of which, let's take a look at our hour-by-hour forecast. At the 2 o'clock period, we are going to see our high temperature at 80 degrees. And then 3 o'clock, again, we're going to see 80 degrees as we slowly start to drop off. By the end of our evening tonight, we're going to see temperatures at about 76 degrees. Now, for those of you who suffer from pollen, I got good news for you this week. Both the trees and grass, non-existent today, and weeds, they're only low. So if you suffer from allergies, today is going to be a good day for you. Let's now take a look at what tomorrow is going to look like for us. Our high temperature, we're going to see 87 degrees, expected low 59 degrees, and we have winds out of the south at 9 miles per hour. So that's going to kind of help us to warm things up for tomorrow. I'll have my extended forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you guys.
Well, coming up after the break,
To all of you pumpkin spice lovers,
how do you feel about missing some spice in your drink?
Coming up later in sports, we caught up with women's volleyball coach Debbie Hendricks. We'll be right back.
welcome back. The ALS Ice Bucket Challenge is still going strong on social media. This challenge spreads awareness of amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, or ALS. This disease severely disables functions of the human body. The amount of donations for ALS has greatly increased from last year. Thanks to the Ice Bucket Challenge, the use of social networks has helped the ALS Association gain $94.3 million since July 29th. Last year's donations were only around $2.7 million. The donations are going to help patients in need and continue the ALS research in hopes for a cure.
Well, the pressure is on for Senator Mark Udall to ban late-term abortions. This week, pro-life groups rallied at the state capitol to urge Udall to sign a new bill. If signed, the Pain-Capable Unborn Child Protection Act would ban abortions after 5 months. Senator Udall believes abortion decisions should be made by women, so the rally organizers are concerned that Udall will not place restrictions on late-term or sex selection abortions.
The nation's largest airline has cut ties with online booking site Orbitz. American Airlines is pulling its ticket sales from the site after contract talks between the two companies fell through. The airline says it will honor previously bought tickets, but future tickets will no longer be sold. Just earlier this year, American Airlines merged with U.S. Airways.
The United States may soon be taking military action in Syria. President Barack Obama has indicated that he will authorize airstrikes in Syria as the threat of ISIS grows in the region. Spotting ISIS targets has become easier recently thanks to surveillance planes, but the brutal execution of journalist James Foley is one possible reason for President Obama to take action. Leaders in Syria are saying this is an act of aggression from the U.S., but the president has indicated that he will do whatever it takes to protect American interest.
Well, students, I have some disappointing news. Ramen, yeah, you know those little ramen packets you can buy 10 for $1, they actually might be harmful for you. A new study from Baylor University shows that significant consumption of the famous instant noodles can lead to numerous health risks, especially in women. Consumption of the convenient noodles 2 or more times a week may increase an individual's risk for cardiometabolic syndrome, which increases a person's chances of heart disease, diabetes, and even a stroke.
The pumpkin spice latte is back, but Starbucks is being criticized for the one ingredient the drink is missing: actual pumpkin. Starbucks spokeswoman Lisa Passe said in an email that the drink features the unmistakable pumpkin pie spices of the fall: cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, and clover, but not actual pumpkin. Starbucks does not list drink ingredients on their website, and this has caused some concern as to what is actually in their beverages. Passe advised that Starbucks is working on listing core beverage recipes online and hopes to have that up in the near future.
Speaking of coffee, Burger King has confirmed that a possible merger with Tim Hortons Incorporated is in the process. Tim Hortons is a popular Canadian-based coffee and donut chain. Investors and tax experts say that the benefits from this merge would be huge. The companies will benefit from each other's products and save on taxes. Both companies' stock levels have gone up since the announcement on Sunday.
Broncos kicker Matt Prater is suspended for the first 4 games of the 2014-2015 NFL season. The Broncos have acquired rookie kicker Brandon McManus from the New York Giants for a conditional 7th-round draft pick. McManus comes at a cheap price, as the Broncos would have to give up the draft pick to the Giants only if McManus remains the kicker after Prater returns from his suspension, which is unlikely. McManus will fill in as kicker until Prater's suspension is over.
California Governor Jerry Brown has declared a state of emergency to help clean up after the strongest earthquake to hit the Bay Area in nearly 25 years, happening, of course, earlier Sunday morning. Miles Potter has the latest from Napa.
The damage is hard to miss along the streets of downtown Napa. Sunday, an estimated 6.1 magnitude earthquake caused some buildings and storefronts to come crumbling down in the middle of the night.
We've had a couple people who've lost everything, whose homes completely burned down, so nothing left at all but a foundation.
It was scary. It was about the scariest thing I've ever been through.
The shock waves radiated away from the quake epicenter 6 miles southwest of California's wine country. The USGS estimated more than 8 million people felt some degree of shaking, and the economic loss will reach $1 billion. The cleanup is ongoing in Napa, where some wineries lost their holdings.
You can see here where the barrels are broken open. I don't want to go down there. I want to stay out there because some of the barrels are still a little bit on the teetering side.
And others were left unaffected.
A winemaker right across the street from us, they were devastated. Dozens and dozens of their barrels collapsed. At my winery, just as for instance, no barrels collapsed.
For the Met Report, I'm Miles Potter.
Several Colorado mountaintops have already seen a dusting of snow this summer. This is just a preview of what's to come in a few months. Meteorologists are predicting an early fall polar vortex for the United States. This will cause most of the U.S. to stay cool and very wet. Coloradans should prepare for a rainy, then snowy fall season with below average temperatures. Although this polar vortex will not be as strong and cold as last year's, we are still expecting to see big changes to our weather in a month's time. Well, I have to say I did not enjoy the rainy weather we had the first week of school.
Nor did I. I thought it was miserable.
The only good thing about fall is the pumpkin spice lattes,
Oh
I'd
my
have
goodness.
to say. Have you tried one?
I'm actually addicted to the pumpkin spice lattes. As soon as I get a chance, I'm going to have 7 of them.
That
They're
sounds
that
good.
They are delicious.
Well, I hear we're supposed to have some good weekend weather. Here's Josh with a closer look at this weekend's weather.
Yeah, you guys, that rainy week, first week of school, not enjoyable, but pumpkin spice does sound really good. Although we don't have any snow in our immediate forecast, from the last week seemed pretty chilly for us. This week's going to be a little bit more like summer. Speaking of temperatures for our weekend, we have a high of 87 in Denver. DIA we're going to see at 86 degrees in Boulder. Exact same story. And all across the state, we're going to see plenty of sunshine for our Saturday. Except for Grand Junction out here in the western slope, we have a storm system that's going to be moving into our area for our Sunday, and that's what's going to be causing those clouds in Grand Junction. Speaking of changes for our Sunday, our temperatures are going to drop off because we're going to have a cold front that's going to move through our area. Our temperature in Denver is going to be 80 degrees DIA, also 80, and Boulder at 79 degrees. Now I have these severe storm graphics because we're going to have the storms build over the mountains. They're going to continue to push out east, and really nothing's happening down south. We're going to see plenty of sunshine and warm temperatures as well. But those storms, as they make their way past DIA, that's where they could start to become more severe for us for our Sunday. Let's take a look at what's actually causing all this on our national map. We have the strong cold front sitting right over the Great Plains area and the Great Lakes region with a very strong low pressure system. That's really going to get all of this precipitation really fired up for us for our Saturday out to the Midwest. For us, there's that approaching cold front that's going to make its way towards the Denver area for Saturday, and we do have a possibility for a few isolated showers over the mountains. Not going to be a washout by any means, but for Sunday, that cold front that was over the Midwest is going to weaken significantly, and the showers are really just going to kind of peter out, not going to do much good down to the south. But our cold front is going to gain strength, and it's going to move on to the southeast with a developing low pressure system that's going to create those showers in the Denver metro area. As that cold front drags to the east, it's going to create this line of severe thunderstorms that could possibly create some severe weather. We're talking hail, possibly high winds, and maybe even a tornado or two. So we will keep a close eye on that. Let's now take a look at our 5-day forecast. We got a much better view of our week this week. We're going to see plenty of sunshine, and our Labor Day, 82 degrees. Warmest day of the week is going to be 88, and Friday we're going to see a nice warm 86 degrees.
Like a good Labor Day weekend.
Oh yeah,
Exciting.
and a future cast too of the next week. Not going to be rainy. You can put those umbrellas away.
Nice.
Good.
It's about time, if you ask me.
Oh, I know. And it was so cold, I even had to bring a jacket to school.
Oh, me
this
too.
past week.
Hopefully those days are long gone, at least for the coming months.
Yeah.
Coming up next.
Melanie Townsend explores the Denver Botanical Gardens Chihuly exhibit.
I get insecure from all the pain. I'm so ashamed. I am beautiful, no matter what they say. Words can't bring me down.
Where I bring Hollywood a mile high.
Aligning the Hollywood stars over Denver.
I'm here to bring you the latest juicy gossip from the mile high to the streets of Hollywood.
Give your most handsome look to that camera.
Where I'll be bringing you the latest gossip from Tinseltown all the way up to a mile high.
I didn't get any injuries. I was okay. I was doing a little dancing, things, you know.
Check us out every Friday live at 12:30 p.m. on The Met Report.
Joining us for EMET is Melanie Townsend. What's happening for the Labor Day weekend, Mel?
Well, a lot of things are going down in the Mile High for Labor Day vacay, but I'll get to all that in just a second. Right now, we need to talk about one of our Met reporters making it big. Hassan Shah is now a full-time producer for E! News. He announced that he landed his first full-time TV job with E! News just last week. He's very excited for his next step with the Entertainment News Network and is happy to be a part of the NBC Universal family. On behalf of the Met Report team, we would like to say congratulations, Hassan, and we wish you much success in Hollywood. Speaking of Hollywood, a lot is happening in the world of TV and movies, so I think it's high time we count down the top 3 news stories in the entertainment biz. At 3, Breaking Bad brings home a grand total of 5 awards at the Emmys, including the big win of Outstanding Drama Series. Bryan Cranston, Aaron Paul, and Anna Gunn took home the gold for their dramatic roles. Way to go, guys. At 2, the beloved sitcom Full House may be making a major comeback to cable TV, with some of the original cast members still on board. Nostalgic fans are no doubt excited to see what comes next. And finally, at number 1, Marvel Comics has announced the release of the Star Wars Legends graphic novel collection, giving fans something else to look forward to along with the new Star Wars Episode 7 film. Unofficial posters of the anticipated flick are creating much hype on the internet. There's even talk of potential spin-off saga starring Jedi Master Yoda. Hopefully this won't be in a galaxy too far away and will be in theaters soon. Watching hours of TV and movies is something you can do for the Labor Day weekend, or you can check out these activities that will put an end to your couch potato fever. The Taste of Colorado comes back to Denver for its 31st year at Civic Center Park. Over 50 local restaurants and establishments will be there, including an outdoor concert with performances by En Vogue, American Idol winner David Cook, and the Wallflowers. If you can't make it to Civic Center this weekend, why not try Fiddler's Green Amphitheater instead? The outdoor concert hall will have 2 fantastic shows this weekend, featuring Keith Urban playing tonight at 6:30 and the KS 1075 All-Star Jam at 5 tomorrow, featuring Bone Thugs and Harmony, DJ Quick, Twista, Ja Rule, T.I., and T-Pain. There's also a music palooza here on Auraria campus. And by palooza, I mean Lenixapalooza. The showcase will have indie rock bands and duos such as South of France, The Epilogues, and Matt and Kim. The event is hosted by CU Denver, but Metro students and the general public are welcome to attend the show Saturday in the Spruce Lot just outside the Tivoli. Well, all of these things sound totally entertaining, but if you're in the need for something artsy and fun this weekend, I think I have just the thing.
Welcome to Chihuly, where whimsical glass art is meshed with the beautiful landscape of Denver's Botanic Gardens. Here at the Botanic Gardens, Chihuly is the first major outdoor exhibit that showcases abstract yet beautiful, intricate glass structures like the one you see behind me.
The Chihuly exhibition opened at Denver Botanic Gardens in the middle of June, and it's on view through November 30th. And Dale Chihuly is an American artist. He's based in Seattle. And this exhibition was created specifically for the design and landscape of Denver Botanic Gardens. There was a crew of 11 people from the Chihuly studio in Seattle that were here for 2 weeks, and they were working pretty much all day long those days because each of the works, like the Blue Icicle Tower you see behind us, is over 1,000 individual pieces of glass that have to be hand put in and hand wired, basically like a chandelier.
Chihuly has grabbed attention from people all over the country, so we wanted to know what visitors thought of this amazing exhibit.
It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, actually. It's nice and orange, bright. I know it's made out of glass, so it's something spectacular, nothing that we have like this in Texas.
Denver Botanic Gardens is a great place for college students to visit, even if you're not a science major, but especially right now with Chihuly exhibition, it is just an incredible experience.
The studio glass art movement is definitely making a colorful entrance into the Denver art scene. For the Met Report, I'm Melanie Townsend.
Wow, there are just so many cool things to see this weekend. One would almost say they're must-sees. Speaking of which, let's take a look at what movies are coming out to a theater near you.
Oh my gosh, did you see that? You gotta check it out.
I want to see that.
That's so cool. I can't wait.
We have to go and check that out.
Let's see.
Peter Devereaux. You know what we used to call you? The November Man.
I guess Pierce Brosnan just can't shed his 007 image. This time he plays an out-of-duty CIA agent who is called back into action to protect a valuable witness, all while on the run from his once prized protege turned deadly assassin, bent on his demise. If you guys thought retirement was easy, think again.
My name is Scarlett Marlowe, and I'm a student in urban archaeology. There are 200 miles of tunnels right underneath our feet.
They're holding the remains of 6 million corpses.
It's not quite Halloween yet, but audiences are bound to be creeped out during this next flick. The new horror film is based on the actual catacombs that lie underneath the streets of Paris. It is there that a team of foolish archaeologists dwell deep within these dark tombs and uncover a horrible secret. Scared yet? You should be. Guys, I don't know about you, but I'm totally seeing that horror movie.
No way.
That looks so
No
good.
way.
Oh
It
my
looks
god.
terrifying.
I think I'm the only person that actually genuinely likes horror movies.
I think you are.
Maybe. It's
Why?
quite possible.
Why is
it's
that?
very, very possible.
I love being scared. I don't know what it is.
Scary.
It's
No.
really good.
You'll be
Even
going-
though Halloween is my personal favorite holiday, horror movies, not my
Come on, guys.
Too much.
Come on.
Absolutely.
Ah.
Well, sports is next.
All night long and do it all again so I can find my way back home.
The sun seems to shine a little less since you've been gone.
You were the one I wanted. Don't stray, don't ever go away.
I'll just smile and everyone will wanna go with it. Oh.
Now joining us for Met Report Sports is Anthony Rodriguez.
Well, the fall semester now in full swing. Men's soccer, women's soccer, and volleyball are all about to begin their 2014 campaigns. But even though basketball doesn't tip off until November, Metro State men's basketball head coach Derek Clark and his coaching staff are always seemingly in midseason form, judging by the talent on the squad every single season. And this year's recruiting class shows how that will continue to be the status quo. Coach Clark announced the signing of 4 student athletes for the upcoming season. 6'9" freshman forward Robert Onwachu joins 3 transfers in 6'5" guard Zoran Arsenovich, 6' guard Delonte Dunklin, and 6'10" center Bonamakita. Coach Clark says that all 4 new recruits should compete for minutes. Well, even though it's only August, Metro State sports are already pulling in the awards. Preseason awards, that is. Men's soccer juniors Danny Arubla and Pierce Galan have earned preseason all-conference honors. Galan started 12 games for the Roadrunners and was second on the team in assists with 5 last season. Arubla was second on the team with 6 goals and led the Roadrunners with 63 shot attempts and 21 shots on goal. Arubla was also second-team All-RMAC last year and was RMAC Freshman of the Year in 2012. Now on the women's side, senior Abby Rolfe earned an even higher honor. Rolfe was named RMAC Preseason Player of the Year after her breakout campaign a year ago, where she led the Roadrunners with 26 points, scoring 8 goals and 10 assists. In Rolfe's 3 seasons as a Metro State midfielder, she has started in 58 games and led the Roadrunners to 3 NCAA tournament appearances, including 2 regional finals. The ladies were picked second in preseason coaches poll and are now ranked 16th in the nation heading into the new season. Speaking of Metro State soccer, you may have noticed the men and women have a new field to call home. Right next to the Auraria West Light Rail Station, the soccer squads played their first games at the new Regency Athletic Complex last Friday in exhibition play. Both teams faced Laramie County Community College in the first ever games of the new complex, and both the men and women made sure the first 2 victories would belong to the Roadrunners at the new field. The men won 4-1, followed by the ladies taking it 1-0. The 2 games were the first opportunity for fans to check out the new venue free of charge. The first regular season event at the new sports complex will be the women's soccer season opener against West Texas A&M on Thursday, September 4th at 7 p.m. For you fans planning on attending sporting events this year, a new facility comes with some new rules and regulations that you need to be aware of, as water will be the only beverage emitted, and pets, foods, seeds, nuts, and gum will be not allowed into the sports complex. And while the soccer squads have their new field at the Regency Athletic Complex you just saw for this year and beyond, the women's volleyball squad had their court renovated last year, and our Cameron Parker caught up with their head coach, Debbie Hendricks.
I think we were overall very pleased with the 2013 season and the amount that our team improved and grew throughout the season. We peaked at the right time in the conference tournament. I think our only real concern is just that we didn't play the way we would have liked to at regionals. So it will absolutely be our goal this year to be peaking at the right time and all the way through the NCAA tournament.
Is there a senior or a certain newcomer that has caught your eye?
I think the 2 seniors that we're looking to perhaps a little more than the others are Lauren Quijano and Savannah Garcia, because they've been in the program the longest. They've been staples of our program for 4 and 5 years. So, and then I think the newcomer that has our attention right now is Summer Greger. You know, we expect her to come in and contribute right away. 2 years in the RMAC in Division II, so she knows what it takes. She came in great shape. She's extremely competitive. She's bringing a lot to the floor right now.
When you look at the current schedule and the competition, how would you rank the competition right now?
You know, I just think the RMAC gets more competitive every year. You know, it's just the RMAC is one of those conferences where you have to get ready to play every night, and the parity from top to bottom has really improved through the years. I think our chance of doing well in the RMAC is very good this year. Again, because we have so many returning players. We're right now talking about, you know, putting an urgency into every day and the way that we prepare for every practice and every match of this season. We want to win the conference, period.
Well, guys, we got out to the new Regency Athletic Complex, and it is pretty darn cool. I think the press boxes are going to be up pretty soon, and just in time for regular season games starting next week, so fall sports coming up.
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely be there next Thursday.
Yeah, you guys going to go to some games, maybe?
I think so.
I'll check it out. Absolutely.
Well, they're going to be pretty good seasons for soccer and volleyball, so
I've heard
definitely
nothing but good things about the new complex.
It's pretty awesome.
It's pretty exciting.
It's pretty
it really
cool.
is.
It's brand new.
Can't
awesome.
wait. Well, that does it for this week's edition of the Met Report. For Josh Cozart, Melanie Townsend, Anthony Rodriguez, Michael Ronnebaum, and the entire Met Report staff, I'm Erica Lloyd.
And stay local with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
See you back here next week.